No one meets by chance. The soul's invisible threads. My friend, just imagine this for a second. Is there really such a thing as a coincidence in life? In truth, we don't meet anyone just by luck or random chance. Whatever you are feeling, whatever is inside you, even the problems you haven't solved yet, all of it acts like a magnet, pulling specific people towards you. It's easy to call it a coincidence and move on, but the reality is the law of resonance. In other words, whatever has happened in your inner world, you find its match on the outside, whether you realize it or not. Even those relationship bonds where you ask, "Why did I end up with this person now?" are actually carrying the information, the message that your ego is running from, but your soul desperately needs to hear. Our legendary psychologist Carl Jung believed that the most important encounters were arranged by our souls, long before our bodies ever recognized each other. So, what are your current relationships telling you about yourself? In this conversation, let's solve together why some bonds break, why we repeat certain mistakes, and how those encounters we call luck are actually reflections of our own souls. Listen until the end, because once you crack this resonance thing, instead of just calling everything fate, you will start to feel and understand how your subconscious is truly speaking to you. This is vital. So please, give me your full focus, fate or messenger. We've all experienced it. Life is flowing in its usual routine, and suddenly someone appears. You lock eyes in a cafe, you have a brief chat on the subway, or a message comes to you by mistake, and boom, nothing is ever the same again. At first you say, "Wow, what a coincidence," but it's not, man. There is no logical explanation for these moments that change the direction of your life. They don't work with plans, algorithms, or control. They carry a different feeling, as if a script written long ago just started its premiere. A visible string connects the experiences of two separate worlds. Do you know what Jung said? Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. According to Jung, these people don't come by accident. They are messengers. They are your mirrors. They are parts of the spiritual contracts you signed before you even knew the world. The modern world loves to blame everything on luck or fate, but very few of us think deeply about, why did this person show up in my life right now? Jung was against this disconnected worldview. To him, everything we experience is the manifestation of a meaningful alignment. He called this synchronicity, the golden beetle, and instinctive realities. Look, there's a fascinating event Jung experienced with his patients. One day, a patient is telling him about a dream where she saw a golden scarab beetle. At that exact moment, a real golden-colored beetle, incredibly rare for that area, taps against Jung's office window. This wasn't just a weird moment. It was a turning point that changed that woman's entire perspective. Her rigid logic broke down and the doors to her inner world opened. For Jung, this wasn't magic. This was the meeting of the self with reality. When your inner conflicts or desires reach a limit, your subconscious reflects this to the outside world through people. That stranger who changes your mindset, or that partner who makes you face your wounds, are actually supporting actors in your journey of individuation. Getting shaken is good. Wholeness doesn't bring comfort. Don't forget this. Jung never claimed that the people who enter your life come to make you happy. In fact, most of the time they come to shake you up. Why? Because the path to becoming whole goes through these tremors. Wholeness means accepting the parts of yourself that you've suppressed. The parts you say, "I'm not like that too." Here is the paradox. The people who annoy you the most, or trigger you the most, are actually there for your growth. You might feel like someone hurt you, but if you look deep, they have only brought a raw, unhealed wound to the surface. Timing is never a coincidence either, bro. You don't meet someone at the most peaceful point of your life. You meet them when you are vulnerable, searching, or at a major transition period. When you reach a threshold, your subconscious becomes active and brings these symbolic figures and archetypes into your life. Did you go through a heavy breakup? Did you lose your job? Right in the middle of that chaos, someone appears. This is your soul's way of calling you to transform. ND, the mirror effect in relationships. Think about it. Why do you always fall for unavailable people? Or why do you keep running into manipulators, narcissists, or wounded souls? According to Jung, this isn't just bad luck. These are the physical proofs of your unresolved inner issues. As long as you don't heal that abandonment wound inside you, life will keep bringing you people who will abandon you as a mirror. This isn't a punishment. It's a message for you to notice that pattern and heal it. How do you know an encounter is important? By the emotional intensity. If you feel an instant connection, disgust, fear, or fascination when you meet someone, it's a sign that the encounter is mentally charged. If someone makes you furious for no logical reason, that's your shadow reacting. If you put someone on a pedestal right away, you're projecting your own inner potential onto them. These intense emotions aren't really about the other person. They're about the archetypes in your own inner world. Starting points and symbolic roles. Sometimes, a teacher says one sentence and your world changes. A stranger on the subway listens to your story, or a friend recommends a book that changes your life. From a Jungian perspective, these are starting points. They symbolize the beginning of a new psychological chapter. Your subconscious often speaks in symbols, and sometimes a person is that symbol. You don't always need a dream to talk to your shadow. Sometimes your shadow comes in the form of a person. They trigger you, love you deeply, or leave you without explanation. These initiating encounters flip your self-perception upside down. They invite you to a deeper version of who you are. Remember, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. If you are carrying suppressed trauma, someone will show up to trigger it, just so you can see that wound. If you need to learn to love yourself, someone will show up to push your boundaries, so you can learn to say no. In Jungian psychology, these people aren't just people. They are symbols, the mirror, the one who reflects both your strengths and your shadow, the trigger, the one who activates your deepest emotional reactions, the teacher, the one who tells you a truth that changes your world, the destroyer, the one who shakes your spiritual stagnation, the guide, the one who opens the door to healing or awakening. Farewells and mission accomplished. One of the hardest truths to swallow is this. People leave once their roles are finished. We usually cling to the person or the feeling they gave us. But from the soul's perspective, that person's mission in your life is complete. You learn the lesson, you read the message, and now paths diverge. The ego resists and says, "Don't go." But the soul knows you don't need them anymore. That's why after a breakup, instead of asking, "Why did they leave?" you should ask, "What did they awaken in me?" That question turns pain into gold, the power of the subconscious and reprogramming. We have to mention Joseph Murphy's famous work here. Murphy says that what directs your choices and the people you meet isn't your conscious mind, but that massive subconscious deep down. You can say, I want peace all you want, but if you carry a belief deep down that says, I deserve to be miserable, you will go out and find people who cause trouble. The subconscious is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant there, be it fear, lack, or love, that is what grows. But the good news is, you can reprogram your subconscious. If you change your beliefs, your vibration changes. And when your vibration changes, the people you attract change too. Most relationships are born from inner wounds, not logical choices. If you're tired of the same cycle, it's time to stop blaming the people outside and start looking inside. Relationships that heal. Not every relationship comes to shake or break you. Some come just to remind you that you are already whole. These bonds aren't built on lack, they are built on presence. They don't try to fix you, they just walk beside you. Jung calls this the healer archetype, that energy that listens without judgment, accepts without trying to shape you, and isn't afraid to see your pain. Being with someone like that is like finally landing in a place where you can breathe. Healing love doesn't promise to save you. It reminds you that you can rebuild yourself. It holds your hand, but it doesn't hold you back. These kinds of relationships don't have to last a lifetime. Some come and go like a season. They warm something up inside you, make something bloom, and then they leave. But what they leave behind is permanent, walking through fire, the price of transformation. Some loves come to break you down, bro. They burn away everything that no longer serves you, and then they go. The ego wants security, but the soul wants truth and movement. When life gets cramped, love can come like an earthquake and reshape everything. You think you lost someone, but in reality, you lost an old version of yourself that no longer fit. You just weren't ready to let it go on your own. The happy ending of some stories isn't growing old together. The happy ending is the strength, the awareness, and the power you gained after that relationship. You eventually feel grateful to that person who forced you out of your comfort zone to be reborn. Because without that break, you couldn't have built the solid foundation you have today. Our final word. Thank them and move on. Life moves in cycles. Some teach you love, some teach you absence, some heal, some break. But all of them, without exception, shape you. The moment you can say, thank you for passing through. I learned something because of you. Even to those who hurt you, you release the invisible bond. Forgiving isn't about justifying the other person. It's about choosing your own inner peace. In the end, my friend, nothing was a coincidence. The ones who came, the ones who stayed, the ones who left, the storms and the sunny days, they all touch something inside you. Stop seeing people as luck or punishment. They are parts of your inner journey. Every encounter was a bridge between who you were and who you could become. You aren't alone on this journey. If what we talked about today lit a spark in you, keep moving forward. Everything is in your hands. I'll see you in the next video for even deeper topics. Move on your own path with your own rhythm. Catch you later.